Podcast. I'm your co-host, Mary.
I'm your co-host, Tequila.
And I'm your co-host, Carla B. I'm back.
And this is Dat Podcast. Definitely a podcast for everyone.
All right. Well,
as y'all can see, Carla back.
Is back. Episode number 7.
Wow.
That's
crazy.
We are 7.
That's
7
crazy.
in. 7 in. Well,
Wasn't 7 like something in the Bible?
7 is...
It'd be 7 years for everything in the Bible.
7 is usually the time of completion. That's what it is. It's the time of completion. So we're not completing this. It just means that we're completing a cycle to be better.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
It's
coming full circle, and we're going to do nothing more than improve moving forward.
Listen, you can tell Cheer that was raised in the church without me going.
Me?
I
go to church.
Hold on.
Look,
I ain't been in 2 Sundays, but I go to church.
I said,
And I
ain't
sit
7
down.
somewhere in the Bible? I say, 7 always in there. 7 years. 7
everything.
It's really, it's 7 has a lot of significance.
Yeah, I know.
Behind it. Like I got some stuff going on right now with 7 and grandparents and it's, but anyhow, that ain't what we talking about right now. All right, so episode number 6. Welcome back, Carla B. We're glad to have you. 7. I'm sorry. Yes, episode number 7. Welcome back, Carla B. She wasn't here for episode number 6. So what we talked about on episode number 6, we pretty much just discussed how our normal work activities, how they carry over into your everyday life. I think that all of us, even Carla, even though she was not here, all of us have jobs that we work where people recognize us. They see us. They can comment on our character. They can comment who we are, and we can also brighten up a person's day just by meeting them. I think all of us do enjoy our jobs, with whether the people that we work with or just meeting the people throughout the job. So basically, all in all, what we talked about is to just make sure that you hold your highest standard of how you would want people to view you in your afterlife when people have to get up and say something about you. You want to be able to have something good to say. Not everybody's going to always have something good, but for the most part, people will be like, that was a good person. They brought value into my life in some shape, form, or fashion, or somebody, like you had a good presence into it. So, people in the background watching your progress all the time. You always have people in the background watching your progress. So that's pretty much the little recap of it, So we hope y'all enjoyed the episode and hope y'all are going to continue to enjoy, because we on episode number 7, y'all. I can't believe it.
Period. No, we don't hope that y'all continue. Y'all will continue to enjoy. You will.
Y'all know that TikTok trend when that little trend come up and they say, "Hey, my mama got something to say. Y'all better listen."
You better listen. You better like it.
Yeah,
that's about our podcast. You better.
At my birthday party, he told me, he said, "Y'all better get up." He was like, "Y'all get up." He was like, "Y'all get up."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because the queen was entering.
Girl, your mama over there. That's mine. That's mine. That's right, mama. Shoot.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. But what you gotta say, Mary? Mary Alice?
Nothing.
Or Alice in Wonderland?
I ain't got nothing to say.
Oh, sorry, y'all.
I ain't got nothing to say. I'm just here so I don't get fired. Y'all know Marshawn Lynch used to say that after every game, they used to have to do like the press conference and stuff. And he didn't like doing it, so he always just would say, "I'm just here so I don't get fired." So everything, not fired, fine. So every time a reporter would ask him something, he would just say, "I'm just here so I don't get fired."
I know that's right. Okay. So I guess we can start with topic number 1 today. So, all you club owners or entertainment facility owners, why do some of y'all buy the real liquor, like the Don Julio, what else?
Patron.
The Patrons.
Casamigos.
Yeah.
Even down to the Tito's.
Tito ain't even cost that much. But why do y'all buy it use it all, and then go buy some damn cheap ass bottom off the shelf Montezuma ass tequila and finish filling up the bottle with it and serve it to us for the same price.
But you know, I think they really do that with just light colored liquor, because it's got to be hard
They
to do
definitely
that
do it with dark liquor because if I get sick, I know it's been fake.
Yeah.
Because I don't get sick, like I can drink especially I will drink at the bottle.
Especially if it's good liquor.
When it's the right liquor,
yeah.
and I'm not getting drunk. I feel good, but I'm not getting drunk. So when I go out and I get like, you know how you can go to, like back in the day, we go to Brandy's, even to the tree. You more so gonna get the setup because you know the setup not gonna be tampered with. You get your little bottle versus if you go and get your cup or your shot, you kind of playing Russian roulette because they might have something fake in there. And once I be like, I'm not a alcoholic or alcohol connoisseur, but I can tell when something isn't right.
You can taste it.
Yeah, it's harsh on your throat.
And they do that a lot. They really do. They go buy all that liquor, but they just break it down. I think they just break it down. It be part of the bottle be what's supposed to be in there, and then part of the bottle be something else. And it's easy to do because we buy liquor from Trader Joe's, and Trader Joe's liquor is so good. Like their rum and stuff, and we pay like $8 a bottle for it. And it tastes just like the best rum, the best vodka, the best. So I'm telling you, which I doubt if they doing that in Mobile, going away to Trader Joe's. But it's something they found.
Y'all just lied about we had Trader Joe's.
And that's another thing we're gonna talk about because I don't like that. Having y'all excited.
Had me excited.
I thought I was gonna go over there.
Go to what they call it, your areas.
In the words of our great Cuzzo AB Trenarius.
We thought we was gonna do it.
Yeah, like they really sell. So I could see how they going to find like low level cheap liquor and mixing it. You know what I'm saying? And if you're just having a good time.
Yeah,
you ain't really paying attention, but sometimes some of them when they get too cheap, you can kind of hit it and be like,
hit it. Once I hit it the first time, I be like, this is not no. Then you get to looking at it, you be like, this might look the color is gonna look off to me because I drink Don Julio Reposado. It's a little golden color, but it's a different type of gold, so I can kind of tell like if. This ain't right. This ain't right.
I
drink
Hennessy right. And it's dark, thick, and brown. So I know. Don't give me nothing looking like
iced tea.
I can't drink Hennessy no more.
Me neither.
And it's because of the way it really makes me act. I act bad.
Me too.
So it ain't the
Especially
Hennessy fault.
Hennessy.
It's your goddamn fault.
No, it's the Hennessy. When I get that hen in me, it make me
turn into a
fool. I'm talking about.
Wait a minute. Let's get this straight.
I'm putting up bad.
So is it the Hennessy? Or is it tequila?
It's the Hennessy because it's tequila.
Maybe the Hennessy shouldn't mix with tequila.
Maybe that's what it is. But y'all just don't know, like, Hennessy was my drink. That's what I drank.
That's my drink.
But during that time, I guess maybe I had a different life where I didn't have anybody. I had to worry about what I'm going to say to them and how I'm going to act towards them. Because now it's like, when I drank that night that we had.
Well, yeah, we had Hennessy. You had the food.
I think so. Because I'm like, why would I act like
you gotta say, I think so. You ate the food.
Yeah. I was like, I said, I haven't had that happen. I have to apologize for that.
Stop doing.
Well, I do because that just wasn't right for me to be.
Keep your feet planted.
I could have.
Well, yeah, you still gotta stand on it, friend. You stand on it. You know.
But I just know, like, Hennessy is just kind of.
And that's my thing.
And it tastes good. I like it.
Remy too. Now Remy used to be.
Nah, I could never mess with that.
That's what I started off with when I was introduced to. Okay,
a Remy and a Red Bull, baby.
Story time. The first memory of being drunk.
Okay. Oh, I'll do our well.
The first memory.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Being
together.
drunk.
Who was drinking Seagull 7 that night?
Oh, that word. just hearing the
That's
word.
the problem. You hoes ain't had no business drinking.
We,
no
Well, we
more.
was young.
with people.
We was
the-
like 19.
No, we weren't even 19. We had just graduated. No, we had just graduated. I hadn't even turned
Yeah,
18.
you 17.
I was still 17.
Look at me judging. We used to drink that MD 2020.
Oh yeah, now that was the thing. Thunderbird and Mad Dog going in the store when we got ready to skip school. Yeah, we going to get that
Kool-Aid
that
pack.
Mad
Bruce used to
Dog.
get that Thunderbird with the Kool-Aid pack.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
daddy used to do that too.
Mhm, we drank that.
What did that tie? Oh,
But that Secret 7, y'all, that was the worst. And then it was just like
We was playing that little
that
shot
little
game.
shot game where you can't say something with the letters.
Yeah.
It was something. It was just like, oh, I'm cool. First of all, they poured out, and I'm saying they because
They
did it.
The
They
males.
poured our cups, and it was with Coke. And I'm like, I'm just drinking, and I'm just drinking, and I'm just goofy, and trying to be grown.
We
But
was.
y'all, when the time came down,
Ooh, the next day.
it wasn't even the next day. It was the night of. Because I remember the room
Spin
spent so bad.
You know what? You right.
It spent so bad.
You right.
I was like, oh my God, I don't remember how I got to the car.
Mm-hmm.
I would never forget when y'all dropped me off. It seemed like that hill was a mountain. I had to walk off. It felt like, you know how Eddie Ruff got kicked out of the car. That was a sad thing because he was getting robbed and stuff. Nobody was in. I felt like y'all kicked me out the car and golly. So I used to have to take my sister to school. So that next morning.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the
I had
worst.
to take me out too.
I had to get up, and I remember putting over in the middle of Moffitt Road, and I had to throw it.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't had no cell phones back. We ain't had cell phones. We just barely had a beeper. If I had a beeper,
and
yeah.
nobody knew. But now
Nobody
you would have
knew.
threw up. You would have been on 10 people's phone. Y'all was
Yeah.
they was on my front.
You was throwing up. Yeah, but that was a time. But from that point on, I don't remember drinking. I was definitely grown. I was over 21. Over like good and old, probably close to 22 before I drank again because that was a terrible time.
It was a wild night.
Wow.
First time I remember getting drunk, DJ had took me to the parade. It was my birthday. Fat Tuesday was on my birthday. And he said, what you want to drink? So I ain't know. I just said whatever they be saying on the rap song. So I was like, I want some Alizé. So he was like, okay, you can get some Alizé. So y'all remember the Alizé was fruity. It kind of tastes like, if you had the orange, it kind of tastes like orange juice a little bit, but a little sweet. But you could tell it was a little liquor. But baby, I had that little cup with that straw, and we was just walking. You know, we was walking everywhere back then. You know, walk everywhere. And we got somewhere and we started walking, and all I know, like you said, the room was spinning, the downtown was spinning. I was like, what is going on? I did throw up, but I was heavily intoxicated. That was a good birthday. I think I turned 17. It was a good birthday. But yeah.
And listen, I don't really think, even when I was younger, I just used to go out and be places I ain't supposed to be. But I never really used to drink. I think the first time I ever remember just being drunk was my 21st birthday. Y'all ever told that story about Kiki apartment?
Kiki house when y'all had 500 people in there.
Yes. So,
wait a minute, and the people kept coming.
Yes,
Is that the time when it was just people?
so I turned 21, and we was just gonna go hang out, like you know how we always do. And Kiki had a friend that came over, and we loved him, like the whole family loved him. And he was like, "You 21 today?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "All right, I'm gonna go get something to drink, and we just gonna hang out." Y'all, this is a true story. I don't know if y'all remember, not the St. Stephen Woods it is today, but
the real St. Stephen.
But when it was 20 years ago,
When it was the one you wanted to
when
live
you
in.
wanted to live in.
Everybody wanted
It
everybody.
was hard to get in. And,
Yeah, it was.
and this off subject. I'm gonna go back to when I turned 21, but this off subject. But they said they had the meanest rent lady over there.
They did.
But you know what?
She
But
was
listen
strict,
though,
but she kept it
sometimes you need that.
Yeah.
Because as
Keep
soon
that
as she
structure.
left, it turned into what it is today. They didn't play back because guess what? I thought the next day Kiki stuff was gonna be out on the porch, baby. I'm telling you. So he's like, I'm gonna go get a little liquor and we gonna hang out. So Kiki, she loved people. So I'm not gonna lie though, Kiki called maybe 3-4 people. Not exaggerate, and that's a low number for Kiki. Like she called a few people like Kel and all them, and they like, what you want to bring? When Kiki's friend came back, he went to go get a couple bottles of liquor, remember?
Yes.
Baby, they was bringing brown boxes in like somebody was moving.
Big cases.
No cheap liquor, top shelf, all type of bill, so much stuff. We like, what are you doing? Y'all, I promise, we drinking, having a good time. You know, everybody give me a little money. We just chilling. It's 6 people in there.
Mm-hmm.
10 minutes pass by. It's 16 people in there. Like, I am not exaggerating. If anybody ever been to St. Stephen Woods, a 2-bedroom,
like living room ain't that?
and this is no lie, and I might be lowballing it. We had about 90 people in that apartment.
Ooh.
In that apartment. When I say, bro, we had about 90 people in that apartment. Like, inside and out. Just everywhere. So much liquor, so much everything. And they used to do the take a shot before you come through the door. They was doing take a shot before you come through the door. I'm not a girl that can take shots. I cannot take shots. I have to drink like mixed drinks. I cannot do shots. How y'all be like, that ain't for me. And that whole night, I think I was just taking shots. Baby, I don't remember nothing. I just know the stories. Kiki was like, she found me in the bathroom on the floor. And she was like, she know she had to get me naked. So she had to find the next person she know to get me naked. And she called my brother. And she said, everybody, she didn't know her heart stripped me down. Baby, I woke up in the bathroom, like with my head behind the toilet bowl, like, yeah. She always talk about how nobody can use the bathroom or nothing.
Because you was in that sleep.
They left me that. Yeah, I don't remember nothing. And I thank God for her because she had all my money. Because just imagine, somebody would have got me.
Ooh,
and they was giving me like, they was giving me like big money.
$20 at a time.
Girl, I had so much money, baby. And they said Kiki had to pin on her shirt. You know, and I'm so glad about that, because every dime, y'all know Kiki, every dime was there, you know, and I'm just so glad, because baby, somebody could have robbed me, beat me, but I don't remember nothing.
So if real liquor did all of us like that, even though Secret 7 is not a top
but it was still real liquor.
But it was real liquor. Yeah, it was what.
So why and I used to have this thing against Ciroc for a long time, because I used to be like, Ciroc don't get me drunk. No, it wasn't even that. It was just like, I drank so much of it at the club and it don't get me drunk. And then I really realized that was one of the ones that was diluting. Like, that was one of the main ones that used to be diluting. And then I remember, like, you know, we used to always be at Brandy's in 1608, and they were saying, and I was like, at Brandy's, if we buy a setup, like you say, I be straight. But if I buy cups of liquor, and that's why. And I hated Ciroc for so long, because I'm like, it don't do nothing. But the whole time, I'm drinking Ciroc and water.
Yeah, or Ciroc and bullshit.
Anything.
Mixed together.
And then another thing about that, cheap liquor. That cheap liquor make motherfuckers want to fight. Like, for real. Like, y'all playing that thug shit. We drinking that cheap ass liquor. It's hot as fuck in that bitch. Somebody gonna get the fight.
Set it off in this.
I was just thinking about Lil Boosie.
Set it off.
Set it off. Hey, and they be setting it off.
They sure will.
So, you know, I think that's cheap of y'all. I think that's petty of y'all, because we're already in Alabama. You've already got to pay at the door to get in. Then you come in there, then you got to for a fucking drink. Like, we might as well get the setup. Might as well. And then all three of us can have our little ice and shit right here and drink our liquor.
That's one thing about here though. They don't really charge to get no club.
Nobody charges
in
to
Louisiana,
get
no.
Louisiana, Texas.
Now, if they having something around here, which is understandable, like Juvenile was at this little place that I really like. I like to go to. We rode by last night, and they was charging like $20. But Juvenile, there.
It's somebody
there. If you would have been there, been 40.
It would be 40, and then what I honestly absolutely do not like is, why do we have quote unquote sports bars that we already going there, that we're going to eat.
We're going to eat. We're going to drink. We're going to spend money.
We're spending money. So why are we having to pay a cover charge? And I guess it's okay for people that don't travel and have never been experienced anywhere else. But for somebody like myself, I go places all the time, and they're not charging every time you step foot in a sports bar. Like for real, yo, a sports bar.
Even when we was in
Not
Houston,
even-
I don't think.
Houston, you can hop around all day
I don't
without
think
spending
we-
a dime for a cover charge. Now you gonna pay when you get in there to get your food, and I don't mind paying the prices for the food. But for me to have to pay $20, everybody's not balling. That's what I need people to really understand. Even if you are balling, still, have some financial discipline about yourself. Because I got the money, I'm going to go ahead and pay it.
And then as the time go on, they go up. Like if it's like after 12,
Yeah.
I can see places be like, oh, it was 20, now it's 40.
Mhm.
Because that happened to us, remember? Because I had to tell the girl, I was like, damn, it was just 20.
It was just
And
20
she-
right before we got up there to the door.
Listen, we was in line. And we was next. We was just waiting for somebody to let us in. And as soon as he lifted his arm, she said, it's 40 now. I said, baby, we been standing here waiting. I heard the 20. We gonna pay the 20. Am I lying? She was like, well, I said, no,
ain't no way.
we gonna pay the 20 because you been hollering 20. We been here. We been waiting to get, I'm not paying $40. And she was like, well, who you with? And I was like, her. She was like, well, let them do 20. After them, it's 40. I'm like, how y'all gonna change the price?
After the man do like this.
The price because we standing in line because y'all ain't got y'all shit together.
Yeah. Bitches. Anyway.
Yeah, baby, they had
And then
and that was just entry fee. That wasn't drinks. That wasn't nothing. That wasn't.
Yeah.
Well, that's BYOB. Where we went. But I mean,
That's still
it's still
yeah. Cause then y'all got hookahs. I'm about hookah too. Like I might as well went and buy me an outfit.
And everything doesn't have to be a club.
No.
If it's a bar, let it be a bar. And that just means I can go in and I can sit down at the table. I can order my food. I can still hee and ha. I can hear good music. Semi-club vibes, but it doesn't have to be the standing around, I guess. And I'm partying with my people.
Right. I'm gonna tell you a good place like that. Now, a good place in Mobile used to be Vibes. We could do that. Do they used to charge us? It's gone. Remember it was over there with Big A Bando on Azalea?
Oh, yeah.
And if we did pay, it used to be like $5
it
maybe.
used to be, I think he charged $5.
But we used to get in there and have a time.
Yeah.
Like a time.
Oh,
Now, you ever went to the place Sugarfoot? Down DIP?
I ain't never been to it.
It's kind of like that. You don't pay to get in. They got good music, good food, good drinks. Now they some of the people that was at Vibes, so now they got their own thing or whatever. But
and then the other place that's over on Halls, is it Halls Mill or Halls Mill by B&H?
Across the street in the trailer.
I don't think, no, not the. Is it a
that
trailer?
trailer?
It look like
down
it's
the
blue.
corner. The blue place.
It look like a trailer.
Like a
Yeah.
ramp.
Yeah, okay. I don't think he charged to get in. You
I
can go
never
there
paid
at
to get in.
nighttime and he have food, he have hookahs, but I don't think I think they've kind of calmed that place down because they used to be like real nigga, I'ma go in there and, you know what I'm saying, we doing our thing and everything, but I think he's calmed down on the price of getting in. I don't remember.
I don't give a damn. Clubs just ain't the same no more, baby. Give me the Elks on State Street.
Oh, I heard they be back
Give me
open
Club 500 St. Michael Street.
I was there the night that he shut down.
And then the other one was pretty cool too, off of Water Street. What the name of that one was?
Right at the corner.
Yeah.
It was a bunch of different names. I can't think of
Yeah,
what
but
the
it's
last
always
name
been
was,
like
but it was
a cooler
it was a
spot.
cool spot to go to.
that.
But our first place that we started going to was the World. That was the first place I
The
started
World
going
was
to.
the
The
best
World.
place.
And everybody had
forgot
those fake
about that
IDs.
one.
Yes, we did.
We went to that little
Yes.
place on
Yeah.
the airport, and it was like a little. They took passport pictures, but everybody had a fake ID, and that's how we were able to get into.
And you
The
paid
Word.
$5.
How did you remember the word?
Yeah, I
baby.
can't not remember the World.
That
Like,
was
I
our
love the
favorite
World. That was the
place in the
place to
world.
go.
I think my favorites was Big Daddy's though.
Oh, Big Daddies. I could go home, get off work, and this is young 20s, like 21, 22, get off work, get up at like 12, 1 o'clock and go up in there. And I'm talking about have a ball, have my shades on.
It was like
Y'all-
10,000 square
Man.
feet.
That was a
of
nice
land.
club, though.
That was a bumping, stumping time.
Yes.
Like when I say bumping and stumping, I'm literally from the window to the wall.
Yeah.
And that's when I used to go out by myself a whole lot.
I wonder what that building is.
And that
now.
parking lot
It
used
ain't
to
nothing.
be.
They torn it down, and it's a they have a storage unit back there. They tore that whole little
Yeah.
section down.
For real?
Breakers, after breakers closed, that's
Yeah.
when they tore it down.
Cause you could ride around that whole little parking lot and it just be jumping.
Mm-hmm. That was the place to go. Big Daddy's,
Daddy's.
and then when they opened up Miami's across the street, I used to go in there a whole lot too. And I like late night spots.
Stayed out of town then.
Late night spots was my thing, and then we had shotgun wheelers.
Oh, baby, now that was a time.
Pew pew.
Now you might come up out that mug in the sun.
Oh, the sun gonna definitely be up. It's gonna be up. Like it wasn't right if you came out of there. Matter of fact, we didn't go in there until like
after the
it was
club.
1 o'clock in the morning by the time we get in there. And then if you actually went somewhere before that, it's gonna be 2 or 3. So you definitely going in and coming out when the
They
sun
moved
comes up.
shotgun wheelers though, didn't they?
Yeah,
They
they moved it a
one
few
place to-
times.
Okay, but it was the
But
same.
it was where which Cali is now. When they moved it the first time, sideways. It used to be right there.
Mm-hmm. Power Up Sunday.
Yeah.
Power Up Sunday.
Power up. Who made that song?
No
Y'all know
Boots
that
and
song?
It's a Boots and Willie.
Yeah.
Oh, why they used to be
Jiggle
on
the
the
jitters.
There they go. They bad.
I don't know how I used to dance back then. I don't even know. I don't remember.
I think we all could dance.
I don't think nobody used to dance.
Yes, we did.
Girl, we used to be. Now at the world, you definitely
The
was
world, you
dancing.
definited was out there dancing, man.
And we was
there. I'm
used to
talking
be
about like
twerking and you
twerking.
know that's what it
Yeah, that's
was.
what it was.
Yeah,
'Cause
we used to
that's when
twerk.
Back That Ass came out for real.
Yeah.
For real. That was around that time,
Yeah.
and that was the number one twerk song.
dancing with them bungo jeans on, y'all.
Yes,
Them tight ass bongo, baby. I had a size 1. Mm-hmm.
I
yes.
can see y'all now with them kids on.
And then, baby,
And I got my
put on
kids,
you a,
but I got some kids right now that I'm
you
gonna put on.
a tube top and your bongo jeans, baby, and your little sandals or your little kids or whatever you had. We used to be cute.
It
We was real cute.
But let me tell you what was a culture shock moving here. Like when I first moved here, I used to go to the club. The dudes be dancing. You know I'm Mobile.
They jig here.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
They do that
that'd be too
jig
much for me.
dancing. It be. I don't like no dancing ass. Man. Sit your dancing ass down
Your
there.
did face.
Oogie and boogie around this bitch dancing,
Take that face ass.
dick throwing ass niggas.
Now, I will say in middle school at the skate rink.
The
Y'all
skate
know
rink and
that
Team
we-
Jam. Y'all remember that they wore them white Nike swishy pants and they be like,
Yeah, yeah. And then they go.
boom.
Yeah.
What
I
was
thought that was
that
cute.
hill we used to drop Nicole off at? What that
Team
was?
Jam.
Oh, okay.
That was Team Jam.
They had a different rig.
It was at a different
You
rate
think-
every
that's
was
sad.
on Fridays. It was $1 to get in.
We don't have nothing like that for the children.
No.
They shooting it up.
They these children bad as
shooting
fuck.
They don't know how I don't know why kids don't have fun these days.
Because they mama. It's the mamas.
I
It's
don't
the
even
man
know.
that's the
It's-
problem.
They,
That's what
they
they
want to be
said.
their friend. It is. And then, grandmama age used to be 50 back in the day. Shit.
Least
Grandmama
50.
age, not 30.
38.
Shit,
38.
before 38. I know
30
a few
between
of them
36 and
Yeah, 'cause
38.
if you have your
But I mean,
baby
if you
young,
have
then
your
they have
baby
their
younger
baby
than they
young.
have theirs, you
Yeah.
know, some of them are actually having babies. They might have had their baby at a younger age, and then the child is having a child at a grown age. But what do you expect when they grew up together?
That's true.
You can't really expect no difference when they grew up
I just
together.
think the parenting and shit is the reason why a lot of stuff is the way it is.
I think it's partially that, but I also think we didn't have social media. Once again, we didn't have that. Y'all know one thing with this podcast, y'all get the real, the raw,
Unfiltered, uncut, everything. Because, baby, we just some regular people trying to wing it and ding it off of what knowledge we know at this big grown
They
age.
decided to use the dead phone.
Well, no, mine was deader than that one.
Well, mine was
It's
on
tequila.
full. I just
I always do
On
it.
full.
But she always on full. She always record. I was trying to give her phone a break. But we got enough to
we
keep
got
going.
we keep it on. So yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all. The low battery thing had came on. That's what we're talking about. But anyway, but back to the teen jams in the skate rink. I remember me and Nicole. We had created a plan. She was gonna spend the night on my house, which was the house where you couldn't go nowhere. And we was gonna ask to go to the skating rink, but we, on Sunday we had to go to church. But we came up with the plan
Y'all
while we
gonna
was at
ask to
church.
go to the scamming from your house?
Yeah,
And
but
that was
we
y'all
got to
thing.
go.
Oh,
We got to go. So we went to church. We was good all day. And then we asked, could we go to skating rink? So they was like, yeah.
Your mom?
Mm-hmm. And Carpew. They said, yeah. And mom was like, y'all can go, but y'all gotta leave, I think, at like 9. But, skating rink went over with to like 10 or 11.
Mm-hmm.
Or
12.
9?
It might have been. That's when people really started going out there at that time. That's why I ain't never go nowhere, because my curfew was 9 o'clock.
Baby, so we went, and we had a good time. We, you know what I'm saying, we was out there, everybody was dancing and stuff, but we wasn't keeping up with the time. And 9 o'clock came and went. And by the time, because like you said, no cell phone, so you had to have a watch or somebody with a watch. And by the time we realized, I think they had started fighting or something. And then that's when we realized what time it was, because they turned the lights on. And baby, it was like probably 9:30, 9:40. So Carl Pugh been out there 30, 40 minutes. Baby, he let us have it.
Uncle Carl?
He said he came up in there. We would never go there again. They was grinding on each other.
That's what everybody's parents would say, but if they went in there, they grinding.
But we wasn't grinding. We was on the skate floor. But back then the skate floor was the dance floor. And we was on the skate floor. We wasn't grinding with nobody. We was out there actually dancing, having a good time. But baby, he saw them grinding and stuff, and
Yeah, let my uncle see that.
man, I should knew better not to go in the car.
And you spent the night too. You and Amanda was at the house.
I knew we couldn't go nowhere. We wouldn't ask him to go nowhere. I don't even know what made us want to pile up over there and go anywhere.
Man, I said I should have never listened. I think I was gonna punish me for months behind it.
And she went on nothing.
Went right back to preaching, doing her own thing. Got me in trouble.
That's so funny.
But anyway, but yeah, these kids, they can't have that.
Yeah, they different. They different than what we were.
But that was a time back then.
Yep.
And for the record, y'all, I got my feet crossed.
Oh, you had your feet crossed yesterday.
Yeah, I
You just
tried
didn't
to
wash
do
your
Today
legs.
all of us have feet crossed today.
I
'Cause
tried to do my leg earlier, but I had to hold it.
we make sure cousin don't feel.
And it was
left out.
hurting.
It was hurting.
Oh, I feel like that shit. I never even thought about trying to do it.
Speaking of thick thighs, like, do y'all like when y'all have like a real busy day and then you get home, do your thighs be on fire?
Hey, yeah.
That's like I like really
Like
be having
burning?
like right here where the two middle thighs.
You know
is.
how you rub wood together, it gonna set a fire in a minute. That's what it feel like.
You gotta take
But
a
you
bath,
just
put
have to be-
Vaseline on.
And my thighs are thick, but y'all
So you
all
can
have thick thigh problems.
Yours don't touch.
Yes, they do.
You got fake thick thighs.
She got that gap.
I don't have no gap.
You ain't got the real ones.
Rub together.
You ain't got the real ones.
Ain't no gap.
Listen, you ain't got the real ones. Cause baby, and it's so crazy cause like if we go out somewhere and I wear a dress, I went out I'm good.
Yeah.
But you can't go too many hours. No, that's so I can't wear no dress. Like a sundress too.
I be hating it.
Now I'm a sweat. Not that. Yeah, I'm a sweat.
Mm-mm.
I don't know, since the older I've gotten out there, it'd be hot flashes or something, because
Nicole going through that. She be, I don't know, baby, you,
I don't think I have. Well, I think I do have hot flashes, but do yours be like I get hot and then all of a sudden I be nauseous? Like that's how mine be. Like I get real hot and
You
I don't
just
feel like I
pregnant.
want to throw up. Baby, please. What that little rapper dude said, she gonna have a dead baby. Baby.
all right, Carla.
Hey, no, whatever state I gotta go to, whatever pill I gotta take, it's not happening.
All right, Carla.
I'm sorry. Whoever watching this, I'm sorry if I offended y'all, but that's just what it is. I'm not.
That was just a
doing
joke. You too old. What that little boy told that lady on TikTok? Your eggs dust right now.
that. Well, my tubes are tied, so that was never gonna happen anyway.
a little powder. So I ain't gonna do the second topic.
Why?
Cause I'm scared that we ain't gonna have enough time to
Why
run
are y'all
into it.
talking and saying this type
But
of stuff?
I
So,
don't like the
I-
second topic.
We gonna do the second.
all right, well then we're gonna go ahead and do the second topic then. So, let's talk about therapy. Do you think therapy is needed or just a phase that everybody is riding on?
Definitely needed.
Now I'm gonna say this: it's most definitely needed. It's absolutely needed, and the reason being, it is all of the above of what people are saying. Because my biggest thing is childhood trauma. Some people don't acknowledge that they have childhood trauma. They don't understand that a lot of the reasons that they are like they are and have certain triggers and things of that nature, that's why they are, because it happened as a childhood trauma. People look at the word trauma and take it as that's a terrible, like that's detrimental. Some cases it is detrimental, because I've heard a lot of bad childhood traumatic experiences that people have shared. Just even as a young kid growing up, people would say different things that happened in their household. That you be like, oh my God, I'm scared to come to your house. You know what I'm saying? Or you just gonna be looking at people. So me growing up, my mama, I couldn't go nowhere. And now she says because she was scared. And I mean, I guess that was alright, but I'm like, hell, that made me book the system. It really made me book the system.
That's trauma.
That was very traumatic. But going to therapy, and I went to therapy, I think when I was 11 or 12.
Before we talk about therapy real quick, let me just say something that makes sense just by you saying that. When you talk about childhood trauma, like we talk about how you were saying, like people, you've heard like people say like they've been molested and stuff like that, and like just horrible things happen to them. Recently, maybe 2 years ago, we had a family member tell us about like some things that happened to her and how her mama allowed it. Kind of felt like her mama got paid to allow them to happen to her. And then we look at them as adults and it's like, it makes sense.
It makes sense.
It makes
a lot of sense.
It's messed up. And bruh, I just, as a parent, we talked about that earlier, just watching a TV show about her. I just don't see how women allow men and people to harm their child. Mine 22. And I'm gonna live out the rest of my days in an orange jumpsuit by my child.
Yeah.
At 22. So just imagine when she was 2.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and it really do mold the person into who they become in their adult life. Because when we heard that, because, you know, we used to just be like, oh, all them fucked up. You know what I'm saying? We just
and that's what people say, and they brush it to the side.
Like, all them fucked up.
They just fucked up. They just fucked up, but you don't know what's going on in their household.
But if you don't know, you
like
don't know. Like, and we just always used to wonder, like, why everybody just so fucked up. And when she said it about 2 years ago, I remember it even bothered Jerry. He was just like, I don't want you dealing with them people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody do it, they, you know, and I, listen, and it makes sense when I say every child she has is just fucked up.
And it goes down to the grandchildren too.
Yeah.
It passes it down, especially if that cycle is never broken.
You're right.
It just keeps going
and it's actually sad.
Repeat and going over and over and repeating and repeating and repeating. But some people don't think to that they want better for themselves, to not, like, okay, me for instance, when I grew up, and it might be crazy, but I just knew I didn't want my life as an adult to be as it was as a child. Was it horrible? I don't think it was horrible, but I do feel it was horrible. It was horrible in a lot of ways. It was horrible. I remember people would ask me, like, why am I not smiling?
Yeah.
Come to find out, I was very unhappy.
Yeah.
I was sad as fuck as a child.
Yeah.
I was very sad. And
I hate to hear that.
when I talking to my mom, she hasn't gotten to the point to where she really wants to express the childhood trauma that she experienced, and that's what carried over to her, and that's how she knew how to handle things, because it was never times that it was kind of like I'm loved on. It was like more so I'm gonna be pushed to the side and I need to get out your way. And that's kind of when I be feeling like that now. Sometimes I be like, damn, but that's only because of how I felt as a child.
Yeah.
That is, you know, and I'm being open about it because I don't have nothing to hide. You know, I love my mama. I love her. And it's just that she didn't know what she was doing.
Yeah,
she was only doing what they were given, what somebody gave to them.
Yep.
Now, when it came to my grandparents, a lot of people felt like my grandparents were my parents. That's because that's where I was all the time. Now, I was kind of a grandchild that was maybe brought up on the child level, but things did start changing as far as like certain foods. You know, how our kids, if they might not want something, we gonna pretty much just cater to their needs about if that was what was cooked, that's what the fuck I had to eat. And I remember plenty of days I went my ass right out that damn kitchen, out that back door to the trash can and threw that food away because I didn't want no home cooked meal every day. I wanted what other hamburger, every shit people eat. You know, people going home, they cooking french fries and shit like that. I gotta eat neck bones and all that shit. I ain't want beans, beans, beans. My granddad used to be like, beans. I don't like beans.
Let me say two things, and we laughing, but we just talked about this yesterday with them beans. I love beans.
I do too.
Beans are a trigger for Jerry.
Rice and beans.
The beans, just
beans.
and beans. He would like. I don't even.
That's a childhood trauma.
Yeah,
for real, that's a poor and
it's a poor meal.
It's a poor meal, and y'all. Now that I look back, it's like it was instilled in me that we were poor, and we were not poor. We had more than what others had. I never experienced my lights and water getting cut off. I never experienced that. But it was people I went to school with. They'd be like, like it was coming for them. We probably lived in the projects for all of 30 to 60 days. And then we moved to I think we moved to an apartment or something like that. But like living in the projects, we lived in Birdsville, right on the first upstairs apartment right there.
About you.
For like, because it was very short lived. It was like 30 days. We did not live there for long.
Your mama said.
We didn't live there for long. So then we moved on and but I'm like, now that I look back at it, I'm like, it was just instilled in me to kind of feel like I was beneath other people. So I never looked at myself as in a higher way than maybe somebody. And then people, of course, they didn't like me growing, like I wasn't like growing up, but the same people that didn't like me, they love me now because they really liked me then. They just didn't know how to let that be known. It was like, we had a lot of mean girls back then. I was a cute little girl, I guess, and she talked to the boys liked her.
And they was bald headed.
I had little bow reds, little bows and little ponytails.
Yeah, I hate to hear that though, because I think I've always like my mama, bro. She golden. Like we had the best mama. We had Godfathers every Friday. Like we had a sister. She cooked every day. We had Godfathers every Friday. I don't know, and sometimes she'll just do churches, or if we didn't like it, like I didn't like meatloaf. My whole house liked the meatloaf growing up, so she would always cook me something different. And I love meatloaf now. Shut up. And I love it.
She already know what I was finna say.
What you was finna say?
She's small. She was
small.
She
made
was
her
the baby.
mama
I really
do
did.
it. I don't want that.
Yeah, she had that little.
But I ain't gonna lie, my sister Brandy, now that me and her talk, she was like, especially when it came to my grandmama, like I said, it did start kind of changing with me how they started seeing things. But Brandy.
All right. So what I was gonna say was when you said that made me think about something, because that's how it always be with the oldest child. We always get raised like how they got raised.
Exactly.
And then when the little sisters and little brothers come along, it be a little different. It be a little different.
That ain't true.
Yes, it is. It's definitely true on my end.
Baby.
It's very true.
There was a lot of us. And my mama treated everybody. Ours was just hard.
I don't think they tried to do it on
They
purpose.
didn't do it on
I
purpose.
think
They
it's
only
just
did
that's
what they
the
do.
baby. That's the baby. Let the baby get what they want. Cause like
that's
now
just like with grandparents. Grandparents gonna let them do whatever it is. Like you not gonna do what you did to your child, to your grandbaby.
Barbara Jean treated me different.
Mary, like you said on the other episode, grandma used to be fussing. And you used to be bad.
Mary was bad as fuck. Mary was bad. It's like one of them children that you would be scared of. Bad.
Like
Mary with all of that hair, she'll come around and scream in your face. Mary gonna bite you. Mary gonna pinch you. Mary was one of those little. And you wouldn't think that now, but she still had the little smile like that.
She was like so pretty.
Yes.
So cute. I mean,
The
like
little
the ponytail.
the big.
Yes.
But she didn't want to get
And
that hair home.
No. Ooh.
She couldn't.
Tasha was on person to comb her hair.
Tasha.
Not even your mom.
Hair. Oh,
And it was
that
good hair. It wasn't even nappy.
What is this?
I'm just saying. The little children, like Manda didn't have to eat what she didn't want.
Mm-hmm.
I had to sit at the table for hours.
Yes. That's why I always went out the back door.
I tried to hide my plate behind the refrigerator one time. Remember back in the days, the refrigerator had all this stuff on the back, right up on the wall. So I tried to put me, and Mama went to clean it, or move that refrigerator. I'm like, your mom was a good cook. She was, but I didn't like eggs. I didn't like scrambled eggs. I still don't to this day. I'll eat them, but I don't care for them. I didn't like milk. If I ate cereal, I ate my cereal, but I'm not finna drink that milk. No. And then don't give me no milk as a beverage. What the? What the heck is that? I don't want that. That's food. That's like food. So I'm going to eat eggs. Oh my God. Ain't this to give you milk with eggs? In the morning for breakfast, yes. Like going to school. Like on the weekend. Like going to school, we had like, whatever it might be, like a Pop-Tart or sausage biscuit.
That explains why Carla and Mom used to love to get the Owl House because my mama always made Kool-Aid. Remember?
Yes.
And
Mom used to make Kool-Aid.
The whole neighborhood used to love.
Well, I was thinking getting cool. I didn't get juice through. Like I just want some juice to drink throughout the day. I know you can't.
Yeah, you can get some like at a meal.
At a meal, that was the only time.
But you're gonna drink some water.
You're gonna drink water. If you want anything else, it's just water. Not no drinking juice all day. But we had Kool-Aid, and it was good as Kool-Aid.
That's trauma.
It was good as Kool-Aid.
There you go.
That's
why the child was sad.
That's why I was sad all the time. Like I'm serious, y'all. I got like all my little pictures. I'd be like, damn, I was sad as fuck.
But what could you have done about it?
It was
the norm. Like,
but I was fantasizing about being somebody else's child. I ain't lying. Living in a household with somebody else.
I don't know when a child said to my oldest head. And what I told you yesterday, I said my baby said she's free, and I called her all day yesterday, and they know, but they just want to be the right. They just want to be the parent. They just want to be right, and sometimes that ain't the right way to do it.
Yeah,
you have to consider. And Nicole always laugh at me because with Carson, I always tell her that she always said, "Well, Carson, a child would know. Carson has rights too."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do.
And I always ask him like, "What you want to do or what you think about it?" She be like, "No, he's not.
He's
you
very
still
smart.
have to ask children what are their thoughts on things."
Yeah, so
me and Jermaine was talking about that yesterday.
I really that's one thing that I do. Like I do like checking, like.
Yeah. Now my sister Brandon, she has opened paved the way for her girls, and I look at her girls really and truly just like we were, but we just didn't have the backup to push us because they do everything. Like I said, it was instilled in me like we was bottom of the barrel poor, and we honestly were not poor because whatever I needed,
you had it.
I had it.
So how did it go when you wanted to be a flag girl? How did that conversation?
I don't know who's gonna pay for that because I ain't got no money to pay for it. So y'all, I'm really finna tell y'all my business now. So when I became a flag girl, okay, that was my sophomore year going into my junior year. That was the only thing that I just came out and just said, I'm gonna do it. People used to ask me, well, it was more so playing basketball because of my height. I didn't like basketball. I don't like the contact. I'm not. I'm a girly girl, very much so now. But then I don't think I was able to show my girly girlness because it wasn't. I just didn't have that to do. So when I became a flag girl, I was like, I'm gonna just try out. If I make it, I make it. And I'm like, shit, I like this. And the dude that I was talking to, his sister, she was a year under me, and she was tall, and she was like, Tequila, you need to try out. So I started going over there and doing my little practice with them, and I had my little flag. You know, the girls we walk around with the flags, this, that, and the other. So we had the trials. Go to the trials, and I think we had the trials, so we didn't find out, I guess, until the next day. And we went and looked at the list, and my name was on there. And I'm like, oh my God. And y'all, it was some mean people then, because some people told me that my name wasn't supposed to be on there. So my name, they messed up the list and all that old stupid ass shit like that. Like, people was mean as fuck like that. I don't know. Because I was like,
they knew not to try you.
Yeah. And I was kind of gullible. Well, people thought I was gullible.
Because
I just didn't say stuff. I was taught to keep my mouth closed. Like, shut up and don't say nothing. So I wouldn't say stuff. And then when I say stuff, people take it the wrong way. And I'm just like, this is just how you really made me feel. Or this is what you did to me. So I'm going to let you know. So, all right. So fast forward. Yeah, I made the flag team. And I guess I told my mama. And I was kind of beefing with my dad at that time, and I knew that he had the money. But I'm like, somebody gonna have to come up with it, because I'm finna be a flagger. Like, somebody finna do this for me. So I think my mama, I don't know if I asked Big Mama. Maybe I did. I don't know if she told me. I don't know what happened, but my grandma Ann ended up coming over there with her checkbook.
Okay.
And she wrote out the $500, talked to me about my daddy, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I wrote my daddy a letter and all of that little stuff or whatever. But she wrote the check out, and at that time it was $500. That's all I needed. I'm saying that's all I needed, but that was, of course, a lot of money back then.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. But I guess once I made it, my mama was happy that I made it, you know what I'm saying? Because she made sure my hair was done.
Yeah.
And that's something I told her the other day. I was like, my mama always did my hair. Did I want my mama to do my hair? No, I didn't.
But she was doing it like at the shop.
And everybody, Tequila, your mama do your hair. I'm like, I want to go to the shop like everybody else go, because my mama don't do the styles that I be wanting, like, what y'all can go and get done. Like, yeah, she'll do, you know what I'm saying? She did what she did, but like I said, I was just always instilled to be that we were poor, and we were not. I had money on both ends. It was available. It was very much so that I don't know why they felt like that. My granddaddy was very free hearted. He didn't give a damn if he had the money. Like, go and give it to him. Give it to him. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no. And Big Mama was like that too. And like I said, Grandma Ann, she came through in the cut with them five. But that five, she sit on that couch and broke.
Yeah.
So that's how,
so bad.
And I was a flag girl for 2. We had to come up with that. And the next year, I think my daddy had to have paid for it the next year. I think, I don't know, or maybe my mama did. I don't remember. But I was one my junior and senior year, and that was what I wanted to do. Because I didn't do debutantes or nothing like that, but I actually had it was brought to me whether or not I wanted to do it, but I always had it in my head. Yeah. Nobody's going to have the money to come and pay for all of this stuff, because it's just always some type of issue about money.
Yeah.
And
I remember that
let me
too.
just say this. And you had 2 parents, 2 sets of grandparents, 2 sets of everything. I didn't have nothing but my mom and my godmom. That was it.
Now, godmama used to throw down. She still do.
Yeah, but see, but they lived in a different world than my mom.
Yeah.
Like, they always.
And then your daddy lived in a different world than everybody.
They always had the financial beings.
Yeah.
I always tell her
The
that,
resources.
like my godmom, bro, like, she spared no expense.
And she's so sweet.
Yeah, like, I was her. You would have thought I was made in her womb and pushed out. Like, it was never no different.
That's a real god.
And my mama and her just, but my mama, bro, just listen to this. My mama ain't had no help. She was a single parent. And like, she
used
still,
to walk.
yeah. And
When
she
they had
still
no car.
did whatever she had to do for us, bro.
My mama always worked. That's why everybody thought that my grandparents, Big Mama and Papa, was
My
my
mama
mom and
worked
daddy.
too.
She
Sometimes
always
too,
worked. If anything, I got to go up here to the school with her. I got to go up here. It was always Big Mama.
Yeah.
I
I don't know why she.
We just, and my mama just, she did whatever. Like, you know, that's why I love that little short lady child. You wouldn't have ever thought. I remember people in the neighborhood telling me they thought she used to get checks for us. Like how clean we used to be.
Yeah, and her house stayed clean.
Nice.
Like
we kept the latest TVs.
Clothes. I mean, do you remember we used to go to the washer off of Main Street? Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, I remember that washing that to the left.
Yes. We used to be there a long
always,
time. Y'all had a lot of clothes.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Then we lived in an apartment. She used to come over there and wash at that thing.
Yep. And then she used to, when call mama work, she would come over there and keep calling them. Bro, I'm telling you, I couldn't be my mama in 10 lifetimes. I couldn't be her.
That's a hustler right there.
I couldn't be her. And that's it, bro. I couldn't be her. Even when calling them mama was growing up, remember how they said she used to just take care of everybody? She could have been off
cook.
Yeah, she could have been off doing her own thing, being fast. She never been like that.
Yeah.
Because they would have been fucked up if they were my sister. But she loved, and that's why I hate when any of them try to like do her bad. Like don't forget, like, you know,
what it used to be.
Mm-hmm. But just hearing that, bro, I really thank God for my mama, bro. She did the best she could with what she had, and we had I say I ain't had no trauma in my childhood. I'm a lie. I did, and that's what I went to therapy for. It was my grandmama.
From my barber?
Fred?
Oh,
no,
Fred.
God, Barbara.
I think
I gave girl Barbara trauma.
Yeah, you did. Now, Fred, I remember going over there with y'all, but I remember when I was there, I don't remember her like acting crazy, acting a fool, like none of that. She was like good.
I know it was bad, but therapy really made me realize like that I was living in a horror movie with that lady. Like, and everybody know it. Her side of the family always talk about it, like. And when I said my dad, I got a good dad. Everybody know I love my dad. And it ain't my biological dad. A lot of people don't even know he's not my biological dad. Like some of my friends I went to school with, like they don't know because he paid for school, he bought cars, he do everything a dad is supposed to do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so when him and my mama finally got together and got married, that was the first time I ever, and I was grown, experienced like what it was to have a father, bro. And that shit meant a lot of broken pieces of me. That's why I'm forever in debt, and they know I don't. My mama saying in a minute, don't say nothing about me or daddy. You sure better not, because I gotta push it out. Don't say nothing about it. Like for real, he healed so much hurt, and you know, and I never even realized it until therapy. Yeah, like because of him, I became so much like I was able to just be who I was destined to be. But before that, like, and my daddy, and I'm not gonna say my daddy didn't love me. My daddy just had a real bad drug habit. Yes. And therapy even also taught me that he wasn't on drugs because he wanted to be. Like that shit is really a disease. You know what I'm saying? Like drugs. Yeah. Oh yeah. Like you think, you know, and I remember her telling me, like, you think he just woke up one morning and was like, I just want to smoke crack and I don't want to take care of my children. And he didn't, because even with his drug habit and never doing nothing for us, he always showed us that he loved us. He used to walk way to my mom's house sometimes and sit on the porch with my brother. Because mom wouldn't let him in. I don't blame him. He probably going to steal something. But we knew our daddy loved us. We just knew he couldn't do nothing for us. He was sick. Now his mama. And she was the reason for all my trauma. Like seriously, like me and Bruce used to go over there, and we had a cousin named Philip, and we was the three younger ones because everybody else was older. And I remember she used to get them a Faygo drink. And used to get a sink out the cup and just put faucet water in the window and clean and get to period. Girl, but don't get me started on this thing, girl. Yes.
Treating kids differently.
Yes. And when I had my baby, I remember Asia was over there. Asia was some months old. And you remember how you strip your child of everything and just leave a pimp on, let them eat Cheetos. And girl, Asia had some Cheetos on her. And my baby had to be about like 9 months, 10 months. And my daddy had went to go get some. And I'm gonna say this: my dad had a drug problem so bad with us, but when I had Asia had a version of him we never got because he had got off drugs. But because he had been on drugs 30 years, everything in his body shut down. Yeah. And it was so crazy because I remember the doctor said, but if he continued to smoke crack,
he would have kept going. Because that was his life.
The withdrawal when took him.
But he gave Asia money. He took her he took her to the mall. He did everything that he didn't do. So he did, try to write.
He tried to make up for it.
Yeah. And so a lot of people say, how you take care of him like that when he got sick and stuff? Because I knew he was not there because he didn't want to be. He was not there because he couldn't. But he showed me with Asia what he would have been, even with Mylan, even with my brother's son. Like I guess he used them as his second chance. So, but that grandma baby, she used to buy them stuff and didn't buy me nothing. I would be sitting there, and Asia was about 10 months, like I was saying. I remember she told her, "I push your ass off this porch." And I just remember like
said that to Asia.
Yeah, because she had
At
children.
9,
And you know how children they be want to touch and stuff. Yeah, but I think that was her just thinking she was gonna put on to my child what she had done to me all them years. And I remember telling her with tears in my eyes, I would kill you. That's just too much. And I never.
Now, is that your daddy, mama?
That's my biological daddy, mama. Yeah.
Oh,
and her whole side of the family knew everything's killed.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when I was pregnant with Asia, she had got Bruce a credit card, $5,000 limit credit card. And I remember I had asked him, didn't need it. My godmom, baby, let me tell you something. Between my godmom and Nancy H and my friend Shamika used to bring trash bags of clothes in my house. Like she didn't need nothing. Bruce had a $5,000 credit card. She got Bruce. And I asked him to buy me an Eddie Bauer car seat and stroller. I'll never forget. I really wanted that car seat and stroller from Eddie Bauer. And he was like, well, you got to ask my mama, can I buy it? And I remember him calling and asking, can he use the credit card to buy me the car seat and stroller? And she told him, whatever nigga got her pregnant, better buy her a fucking car seat and stroller. He wasted that whole $5,000.
Y'all bullshit. I know he did.
Bullshit.
And the baby could have had the nice stroller in the car seat. So why do you think she
I don't know, my
had
mom
that type of animosity
always
towards
be
you?
like, because I was a girl. But that don't
make no sense.
And then they named me after her.
That was say got her whole name.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like she used to get like, look, and this I can't go to jail for this, I hope.
Allegedly.
Like, she used to get like checks on her income tax and couldn't cash it because she never had a license or ID or nothing. I used to have to go cash her checks for her.
Sure, I remember that.
And then she had ended up getting sick. Nobody knew what was wrong with her. They thought she had a bladder issue. And she was on Death Row LA, and that shit was high as hell. But she never had no insurance, never had nothing of life substance.
Yeah.
And I remember I used to pay for that every week.
Wow.
And when she got sick, I used to have to pay all her bills, everything. And I just used to be like, this lady hated me my whole life.
You, and you got to turn around and help take care
of her. I did it.
And that's
how you turned around and you took care of her. And it's a lot of people that have that.
Didn't do nothing, but from childhood to.
But he was the favorite.
Yep, she did that. She said how she hated
me. I had forgot.
She hated me.
So I ain't trying to unleash nothing, but I've always wondered this. What really happened when you broke your arm over there?
They say Bruce pushed me, but I don't know. You know, I was
you blocked it out.
I really don't. I don't remember, but apparently I was what? 5?
You was little.
4 or 5, and I fell from a 2-story house.
Cause it was
from on
the
second floor. Second floor. No.
Was it like a house apartment? It was like people stay downstairs and she stayed upstairs.
You know how people have like a fourplex?
Yeah.
But this fourplex was like 2 up, 2 down.
Duplex. Yeah, duplex on top of
2 down.
And
the top was high as hell, and that's where my grandma stayed on top. And I just remember, and my godmama, bro, she hated me. And I used to be like, well, I never thought about it because I was so young, but I just knew when I was over there as opposed to here, it was like night and day. Like, you know, like I said, my godmama and them, everybody, my grandmama, well, that's my godmama, but that's my mom, that's my grandma. Everybody went to college, everybody got degrees, everybody had money. And then I would go over here and it's like poverty, you know. But let me tell you, they used to not want me to go, but I always wanted to go. And I think I used to just, because I think in my heart, I used to be as a child, I was like, well, this weekend when I go, they going to accept me. This weekend when I go, it's going to change.
And you were trying,
and didn't have it to do. But as called, I had everything I could think of, like, but I just used to feel like, well, this weekend is gonna change. This weekend she gonna do me better, or something like that. But I was
in hopes for
4
that.
or 5 years old, and I remember just playing on the rail. And I don't know who pushed me. They say my brother did, but he said he didn't. And I just remember being pushed and falling. And the people downstairs had a big dog. And we used to be so afraid of the dog. But they kept it in the backyard in the gate. But when I fell in the backyard in the gate. And let me tell you about God, that dog was a attacker. Like he was a bad dog. And I just remember the lady, when they went to knock on the door to say that I had failed, I remember her saying in her mind, she thought that I was just ate up. Girl, why that pit bull was back there, they had to laid on the side of me.
Nurturing you.
And from that point on, he would bark at other people, but when I come to the gate, he would.
Wow.
It was almost like maybe he seen it. Like maybe he felt sorry for me.
But you know, pit bulls really are those types of dogs, you know, pit bulls. They are more emotional, like to human beings.
And baby, I just remember my godmama was like, never. And my daddy talked about that. Even when he was sick, he talked about how my godmama and them came and took me from there, and they didn't see me no more. Like they would not, and she wasn't my mom, but she made that decision that I would not go back there. And I didn't. I think the only time I used to be able to go there if I would sneak and go, like if I was at my mom's house or something, I would sneak and go. But if I wanted to go, I would get emotionally abused, and I was next week it's gonna be different. She gonna like me this week. She gonna treat me better this week.
That's sad for a child.
That's very sad, and I want people right now to understand that kids have thoughts, just like we telling y'all at these young ages. Like I can recall things as probably a year old. You might think it's crazy or you might think it's weird, but there are things that I can recall at that very young age. So just know that kids recognize and they see stuff. Now I do have one traumatic instance. Okay. My dad's wife who passed, which is my sister Juriel's mother. Now, when I was only I just remember maybe back from maybe 2 years old. And sometimes when I look at pictures, it brings back, I'd be like, oh yeah, I do remember this. But I remembered her being more of a nurturing mother to me. When I loved being around her. She always included me in everything. I mean everything. Now this is where I say, like, I love my mama and I loved my mama then, but I wanted my mama to be more like her. My mama was young 20s. Yeah. But she was a much older woman. She was maybe in her 30s. She already had an older child that was a teenager. So her way of nurturing to a kid was going to be different. And it could have been because of her upbringing and everything. Like it might have been a little different than what my mom's was. So she was shown love more so than what my mom did not receive that on her end. Right. So when she got sick, I just remember going to the hospitals and seeing her. So I went to Culture Black and White, and this was in December of 87. So I had just turned 6. Or was it 88? Because I think I was 7. I think I was 7 by this time. But she had leukemia and she had gotten real sick. So they used to have this Christmas show. They had the Christmas show, and I'm just like, okay, I hadn't talked to her that whole week. And I remember going, and I'm just like, she ain't said nothing to me, you know what I'm saying? I haven't seen her. I called the house, ain't nobody answering the phone. Like I know she gonna be out there when, the curtains open. So when the curtains open, I'm looking, I see my mama, I'm happy, but I'm like, now this is, like I said, like 7, it had to be 7 years old. So after the show was over with, what I'm saying, I don't remember my mama really acting strange, but I just knew, because I don't even think my grandma Ann came, my dad, nobody was there but my mama, I want to say. So when I came home, my mama called me in the living room, and she was like, oh, shit. I don't be liking to cry about it, but she had said, she was like, you remember how Grandmama Hunt, what happened to her? And I was like, yeah. She was like, yeah. I remember just sitting there, and I think tears started rolling down my eyes. But when I went to counseling, and actually when I started talking about that, I'm like, damn, I probably didn't grieve like I did. And I'm 40 something years old and just really realizing like I felt so much love from her, and then it just stopped.
Yeah.
And
Cold turkey.
nobody didn't really prepare me for that. And my sister, and Brisha is my sister. That's her daughter. We the same age, like a month apart. Brisha was born in August. I was born in September. But I guess people were preparing her more so she could tell me. And I just, I'm like, I don't, because she even told me, Brisha is who tried to prepare me, but we 7 years old. Shouldn't no 7-year-old child be trying to comfort another child? You know what I'm saying? Because they don't really know. So I'm like, why didn't nobody think enough to tell me? Because I'm in the picture just like they are, you know. But and I understand where my youngest sister, she never had her mama. She was like, all she remembered is she was 3 years old. She said what she remembered is her mama needs. That's what she looked the most like her mama. Lord have mercy, she looked so much like her mama. But I'm like, her mama was the sweetest, most kindest. Like, I don't recall. Of course, I'm little, so I don't know nothing about no spits between her and my mom. As far as I know, they was all right. Maybe they might have had a little something, but my mama, like I say, she told me in the end. But it's like nobody told me about that, and I felt like that should have been done. So I'm like, and I'm like, now hopefully that can help somebody that may be in that type of situation, because just like y'all said earlier, I don't believe in step parents. I don't call Brisha my stepsister. That's my sister. Yep. And we don't even have the same mama or daddy. But because we still to this day, like, people are looking at me like, y'all look alike, but we not.
Baby, when we went to that homecoming in in Tuskegee
the other couple of years ago,
and when we went to that tent, it was like, hey, sister, you made it. It was, and then everybody was like, oh, okay, you her friend. And Maisha, you her friend. Okay. It was like,
it's family. It ain't no separation. It's everybody.
You would have thought all of y'all was blood, mama and daddy. All that. I love that though.
Yep.
I love that. Yep.
So this might be like a real 2-parter, like you said. Because we are literally out of time, and we still got so much.
So much more.
Yeah. We will have therapy part 2.
Yeah, we're gonna have that. But before we end this one, let me ask y'all a little something. What's a ick that you're a ick or a pet peeve? We call them pet peeves, but they say ick now. What's a ick that has caused you that causes you to have anxiety at an older age? Something that really gets on your nerves. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all what gets on my nerves, and it's so petty. But when I go to wash my car, and when I come out, I'm looking for a space where ain't nobody on my right and ain't nobody on my left. Because I just want my space. I don't want nobody.
That ain't your car wash?
It's my car wash at that time. It's my space. So if it's empty, we got 30, say it's just 20 spots. 20 slots. And I pull out and I pull up. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody right here, ain't nobody right there. You might have somebody a few sections down or even behind you. The next person come out
and park right by you,
right on the side. Why you coming on the open side? Let me have my space to myself. Sometimes, like, men, y'all be kind of trying to pick at a woman. I don't be wanting to go out there and
if I'm at the car wash,
don't try to holler at me. Like, I'm over here cleaning my car. That's a pet peeve. Well, I live in a complex and we don't have no house.
Okay, I feel that because when I go to the car wash, I'm looking for one that's by itself.
What's your it?
Oh, but I just want to.
So we're gonna be here.
Back home. Did you tell me stop? You ain't got to stay on track.
No, I ain't saying
you try to give me a track. But I'm looking for one that ain't got no water in it, and I'm looking for one that ain't got no people by it. Now if it's packed,
if it's packed, I don't have no choice. But it's like, why you got? And I say it too. I'm like, fuck you, pull your ass up over here, and they be looking like, I'm like, yes, I said it. Yeah. Because why did you pull right here? I think I be feeling like they be trying to be aggy.
Yeah.
Because you know you got other spaces.
Mine is similar to that. Now, I wouldn't say exactly the car wash, but that does get on my nerves. But I don't like when I'm in line paying for something.
Why are you up on me? That's my other one, right? Those my two biggest ones. You up. Get back.
You don't even know me. You probably don't need to be up on me either. Why do you want to be up on me? You know, like
my two.
And I had to tell a man, and this was in I got one similar to that, but this was only for COVID time. So remember when we used to go to the grocery store during COVID, you know, you gotta wear your mask and they had the arrows on the floor on the floor. You go down this aisle this way, you come up this aisle that way, right? These bitches was not following the arrows. And then when we get to the register, you know, everybody's 6 feet apart, right?
Mm-hmm.
This man, a little older black man, he probably didn't mean it, but I really had some words with him, and he didn't say nothing back. And his old lady was with him. She didn't say nothing, but it was like when they first came and got behind me, he automatically was like up on me. And I was just like, okay, he older. Just, you know how you try to respect your elder. So I can deal with this for a few more minutes till I get out this store. That's why I keep telling myself I can deal with it. But when it was time to pay and he walked up there like he gonna pay too, I had to say, sir, can you please back up? I cannot take it no more. You too close to me. I don't like this. You're going to have to move back. I'm sorry. And he was just looking like, the fuck? He was looking like, damn, okay.
Maybe he needed somebody to tell him that, because it's like when you in line, like just give the space. If somebody putting their stuff on the conveyor belt, I try not to put myself.
Yeah, I wait
till they get through, or it's very much so over halfway.
Yeah,
and then I will use a little
if they available
divider
like
they have, right? And then I'll put my stuff up. But especially when somebody paying, people be having bionic eyes and taking pictures of the Ray-Ban glasses.
Oh yeah.
Myself, I'm putting my card number in. The bionic eyes. So that was my two. What's yours?
Mine might be mean. I ain't gonna say that.
No, come on.
We're having therapy.
Yes.
Y'all hold them goddamn children with y'all. Stop letting them children run around these people's stores and shit.
Yeah.
And my anxiety kicking. I want to run away.
That was so funny
with that basket, but I just make a
She made her look, and it was funny because Mary she just pushing her little ball, just weak. It just was bobbing, and the little girl. She really wasn't doing nothing, but it's aggravating to me.
Yeah, because
all your children with you.
Then when your children come up missing, y'all
you be talking about she was right
just like when we was in the mall and we coming down the escalator.
We thought it was a small white girl. She had to be like 2. We thought she was with the white lady and the white
because they were standing there. They was.
So we thought, we just thought they was a family.
But the way they were looking was like
why is she looking like that? So then the black lady going up the escalator, she looking crazy. Me and Tequila looking like, well, who the little girl belonged to? Because the lady and the teenager kept walking, but it's like they wouldn't let themselves get too far, and they kept looking at her. So now we all looking around, and we all really just kind of finna go to the little girl and kind of like gather around her, like. And then her mama come running out the aquarium. I'm talking about 45 seconds to a minute later, like.
And
anybody could have been came. What are you doing? You don't have to run off. No, bitch, you know to keep up with her.
Exactly. With those
it's not her responsibility. Y'all got to develop these children, baby. Y'all run across them stores.
Children are a privilege, and a lot of y'all don't deserve to have them. Just because you can lay down and have sex and let somebody nut up in you, that don't mean it. And then a lot of y'all continue to have babies. Y'all don't be needing 3, 4, and 5, and 6 children, and then you not paying attention to who you laying down with, and then these kids coming out with all types of ailments. You don't have no idea. I didn't even know it was a thing that my mama worked in the hospital, and she like half of them don't even know what the baby daddy real name is. Y'all really be laid up with Pookie and Ray Ray, and y'all don't know the last name, the first. I got a story behind where my son got my last name. Whole story.
Hold on. We gonna cause y'all took her to a place she don't usually go. So we gonna
no, seriously, that's real talk though. Stop doing that. Like stop creating these kids. Create them in love.
Yeah.
Y'all just laying up, just having sex. just because, men, y'all just like whatever is available to you. And women, y'all get so caught up in it. Oh, he love you. No, a man don't love you just because he's having unprotected sex with you. He don't love you just because of that set standards and stuff like that. Like, but y'all got it. Kids are a privilege. They are a privilege.
And they bad as hell.
Just like at the dealership, you're gonna have them people that, don't have nobody watch their kid, but they gotta come buy a car. And y'all know sometimes it takes 2 hours to get a car. And your child just running around the whole little place, opening, slamming doors, and going over there messing with the little stirrers for the coffee. And
ain't nobody saying
nothing.
Y'all
sit at the table. And then you might say, get back over here. And they ignore the hell out you and keep doing what they doing.
We knew who they was, just like your brother.
Then I had a manager one day. We had the little, the little noise makers when it be a birthday party. He go find something and give him to the little boy. I was mad as hell. Give him that.
Yeah, no, he was running on.
I was so glad when they bought that car and left. Shit.
It's funny.
But yeah, these kids do, y'all, and then y'all wonder why when they get to be 7, 8, 9, 10, you can't control them because you've never
tried in the bud.
Yeah, you've never tried
to begin with. It was never
so
just start early.
Yeah.
Just try to start as early as you possibly can.
Yeah.
I mean, train up a child in the way that they should go, but it's still up to them to go the way that they gonna go left or they gonna go right or they gonna stumble a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Or they gonna get it together
at the end of the day. Yeah,
they will.
But yeah, so I'm glad we talked about therapy because that brought out a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it did.
I don't think I had no bad childhood, but some things I didn't like, but like Cuz told you, you was blessed to get to come from our mama them had, it was 6 girls. So you was blessed to have the mama that you got. But she didn't get that same. Yeah. So, but anyway, this was great.
This was a great episode. So, all right, we're
gonna wrap it up. Mary delete stuff off her phone.
Just remember to continue to like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Mm-hmm. Tell a friend.
And we will see y'all back. And keep in mind, this is season 1. We're gonna have 8 episodes for season 1, so we're already at number 7. So the following week will be our final episode for season
finale.
1. Yeah, season finale. So we hope y'all continue to enjoy and
Roger that.